When it comes to DIY goal getting, there could be better options. Do you know what they are? Today, we're going to talk about, is DIY goal getting the best way? Well, that's what we're going to dig into. So, do it yourself. We all know and recognize that as DIY, right? Thank you, Home Depot, right? DIY goal getting is something that most of us have a love hate relationship with. I mean, how often do you mismatch your DIY goal ambition with your expectations? I do it all the time. Listen, having less than splendid results in your DIY endeavors is not necessarily a bad thing. As long as you learn something, it's still progress. DIY goal getting may be harmful when you repeat having disastrous results. This could be an indicator that your expectations are maybe a little outmatched by your, oh, I don't know, your skill level, your patience, or maybe it's your time frame. Often we put unrealistic time constraints on our DIY. We choose to do it ourselves because it's faster. Is it? And listen, those are just a few reasons why maybe your DIY goal getting efforts went wah, wah, wah. Listen, I know I've been there. We all want to be our own heroes in some way when it comes to our DIY efforts, and especially in our goal getting. I mean, it's our goal. We want to get it right. What I'm trying to point out here is to take an honest look at the reason behind why you choose DIY for your goal in the first place. There are, some reasons why that may be. Are you consistently choosing to do it yourself when it comes to your goals because you're embarrassed to ask for help? Maybe you are fearful for how you'll be perceived among those who already know how to do it. Maybe you're choosing to do it yourself because you just have to impress other people that you can do this. Or maybe more truthfully, hello, you're on a budget. And what other choice do you have but to figure it out yourself? Maybe it's one of these, some of these, all or none. But as a go getter trying to make progress, you've got to know. Listen, I don't want to pick on you or, anything like that, but I'm here to tell you that there are actually two other options. Yay, right? It's important to be realistic about your expectations and if they are in alignment with why you choose to, DIY this goal over, let's say, maybe another option. Yes, there are other options. There are two actually that you have to choose from when it comes to making progress in your goal getting. So these two other options that you have other than DIY when it comes to making serious goal progress, I'm going to give you the first one. And this one is kind of that sleeper, untapped potential option. And it's a bit of a secret diamond in the rough. And when matched correctly, it can be an absolute catalyst to your goal getting process. What am I talking about? I'm talking about partnerships, collaborations, and working together with someone. And for that, I'm calling it your DWY. And this stands for done with you. And it's quite the sleeper and gateway to success, if I must say so myself. And you know that saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. if you want to go far, go together. That's what this DWY, done with you, stands for. Sure, DIY may seem faster in the moment, short term, but is it really? How long does it take you to Frankenstein your way to your goal via DIY? I know for me, it seemed like a good idea at the time to start off. And again, there are valid reasons for this. I mentioned some before, and budget a lot of times comes into play there when it comes to choosing to DIY our goal as opposed to this option, done with you. By the time you research and attempt your DIY goal getting, you could have found someone who's maybe just a step or two ahead of you and willing to do it with you. See, this is something that we kind of miss, and that's why I call this one kind of like the secret and you know the sleeper option that we kind of tend to skip over, because we think that our options are either I have to do it myself because I have no other option, or I have to hire a professional and that is crazy expensive and I just can't afford it. Well, this is that middle spot, that done with you. You don't have to go to the uber, professional. Yes, that's awesome that, there are standards of excellence and that's what you aspire to be able to do, but maybe realistically right now you can't. So that's why this done with you option is such a good one, because finding someone who is maybe just a step or two ahead of you may be more cost effective in the long run, especially if, DIY is, why you're choosing because of budget. We tend to have this modus operandi for being all or nothing. And we're either going to do it all by ourselves or get someone else to do it for us. But because of our stubborn mindsets, we tend to neglect this middle, this DWY, done with you, way too often. And it's really a shame. But hey, know better, do better, right? And as awesome as done with you is, there's another alternative. And I've already started to mention it. And it's just as popular as DIY. But it's not used as much, maybe because it's the most expensive of the options. Well, at least initially. And this one's known as DFY, but you'll recognize it as done for you. Done for you. Yes, please. I'm sure if we took inventory of the things that we want done for us compared to the things that we need to do it ourselves, or even done with us because we're not so sure, this one, DFY, done for you, would be in the lead. Clean my house, food shop, organize the basement, DFY, yes, please. Take care of myself, pick up my clothes, do my own hair, DIY all the way. A fun vacation, grow my business, have connecting on, conversations, done with you. Yes, please. And thank you. See, while I'm poking fun and, what DFY, done for you, looks like, it can be truly beneficial when applied in the right areas. Now, I just mentioned, done for you, clean my house, food shop, organize, all that stuff. Yes, that would be awesome. But that's also going to be, that's going to cost me money. Taking care of myself and, picking out my own clothes and doing my own hair, that's kind of DIY. Not always, there are times where you treat yourself and have it done for you. Yes, but on the regular, no, that's something you're going to do yourself. And then, done with you, a fun vacation. That's something you maybe want a little expert help with. but you also want to have serious input. Grow your business. That is something that we bootstrap and DIY a lot of the time, but it could be beneficial to find someone to do it with you. What can you partner with? And yes, this could be a free option, but it could also be a lower cost option. You have to weigh out the pros and cons and the services that you pay for in your business and the ones that you just pay, set, and forget, and the ones that you pay and there's a partnership there. You're working together with it. But in order to utilize any of these options, you need to know your expectations, but also your priorities. Because your priorities will drive you to your best options, and your grasp of your actual reality will be what directs your goals' expectations. Does that make sense? I mean, in other words, if you're not solid on what you want and why you want it, then you're not going to commit to closing the gap to get you there. You'll continue to be, disappointed with your goals' progress. And as a matter of fact, it's true of all these options, whether you DIY, do it yourself, DWY, have someone do it with you, or DFY, have it done for you. Lower expectations will lead to slower progress. So that means higher expectations will yield faster progress. Yes, please, right? So which one is right for you? The focus here needs to be progress, not perfection. Many will equate the two, and it's simply not true. So be mindful of that in your own goal-getting plans and strategies. And yes, there's a difference. There's a difference between a plan and a strategy. I've got a lot to say about that, and you can dig around. I have blog posts about that, and probably even videos here and podcasts. Anyway, how do you know which one is the right for you in your goal-getting endeavors? I call it the 3 C's. First, connect with someone who is where you want to be. Second, consult with someone who knows how to help in the specific area of your goal. Ooh, that one's tough. We tend to, maybe pull social media. What do you think I should do? A lot of these people are going to throw their opinions based on their experience, but not knowing you from a hole in the ground. So consult with someone who knows how to help in this specific area of your goal. Your mom may not be the best person to bounce your next course idea off of, unless she has experience and expertise in that particular area that you want to do a course on. Does that make sense? The third C is commit. Commit to assess which option is best for you and your goal-getting timeline. So the faster you want it, the more expensive it's probably going to be. And expense doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be time. It may cost you a lot of your free time. And yeah, it may cost you money. It may cost you, opportunities. But sometimes you have to let those smaller opportunities go in order to make room and way for the big opportunities that you're looking for later. Okay, I hope that this is making sense and tying it together. So how do you know which one is right for you? Connect, consult, commit. Now, there are times when you just can't outsource what will get you to your goal. You'll have to do it yourself. Other times, you'll need just a little more support and guidance. And in that case, find someone you know, someone that you like, and someone that you trust so that your goal getting can be done with you. And nothing is more exciting as when you know that it's best and you can actually have it done for you. Do you see how they can all be as equally beneficial or harmful depending on your priority, your commitment to it, and the timeline of your goal? And listen, I'd love to help you assess where you are in your goal getting journey and help you map out your next best step toward greater progress. And if that sounds like you, then I would love to schedule a call with you, and I'll put that link in the show notes. But in the meantime, listen, I'm right here being mindful of my DIY, DWI, and DFY goal getting choices right there with you. So, like I said, if you want more help or want to connect, be sure to visit dinafarrell.com or prioritizefocus.com. That'll both get you there. I'll put some links in the show note of how to schedule a call, and we can talk about if DIY, DWI, or DFY is your best course of action and resource. All right. Thanks for listening or watching. If you're over on the YouTube channel, make sure that you hit that bell and subscribe, and I will see you next time.